Hey there, I'm Michael Leedy here, coming to you with a quick video. Robert Jones, my awesome, brilliant partner, is on the line with me. Hi, Robert. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Today, Robert is we're doing some really cool stuff with some of our clients, and we're digging into their websites and helping them get found in Google. And to do this, we're using a plugin called Squirrly SEO. And we're going to do some optimizing, and Robert's going to show me, and I was like, let's record this. So our followers and our people who are coming to our awesome website, which is exodus-digital-marketing.co.uk. I'll put it in the body below so you can find it easily. So all of our people that are over there can learn what we're doing, so you can do it for yourself if you need to, okay? Because we want to help everybody. So Robert, let's just get to the point, and how about show me exactly how you do things so I can do it exactly how you want it, because you do things so well.
Let me see if I can share screens here. Let me see.
While Robert's doing this and getting the screen share going, you may notice that we're quite casual. I'm in a shirt with cut off sleeves. Robert's kind of hot over there, and as in temperature hot over there in Northern Ireland. I'm in New York. We're relaxed guys. We're working from home. We're doing cool things. We help people do this for themselves, and we do this for other businesses. So we're gonna stay relaxed and comfortable because we're at home. So I just wanted to put that out there. We're not gonna be wearing suits and ties to do videos. We keep it real. That's how we roll. So anyway, Robert, looks like you got your screen up. I've got it locked onto yours. Let's go.
Okie dokie. So we're working with a client called FAP. It's the Foothill AIDS Project. And we're creating a new website for them. And one of the pages that they have is a service that they offer, and it's called Health Education. So previously, their old website with Health Education, I think their URL was something like fapinfo.org/HEED, and then that was it, .html. So that's not going to help with getting found online. There's no H1s or H2s or anything else. So the goal here is to fully optimize this page so that, one, that it gets found quickly by anyone who's looking for any type of health education when it comes to HIV and AIDS, and specifically that the page is found in California and places within California. So let's get a start on with it. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to do a quick bit of research first and figure out what it is, the best keywords to get this page found. So what I do is I generally go into Google, and the first thing I'll do is I'll just put AIDS health education and just see what pops up. And what I'm doing is I'm looking for the best set of words in a long tail keyword phrase that will help the page get found by all sorts of people, no matter what way they type it into Google. And if you just put health education, you're not going to rank for health education. If you, like on this first page here, you can put HIV education, and granted that'll get you, ranking for HIV, but it won't get you ranking for those looking for AIDS. So you can see right away that instead of health education, maybe in the URL we should have HIV and AIDS health education. And in that way, we're kind of ranking for both sets of target markets, if you will. The next thing I want to include is California, because the company is based in California. So that will also be in the URL. And now I'm just looking for some other words or phrases that may be best put into the URL. So there's things like prevention and fact sheets. I'm just going to kind of take notes of these. But HIV prevention, fact sheets. Okay, these are just some other key terms that maybe you don't put them in the URL, but you can put them in the body of the text, so that they may not rank first or second, but they may rank on the first page if you have keywords in there. I see also we've got prep in there, which is something we've already created an infographic on prep for our customers, so it's definitely something that could be offered there. Maybe even a good idea to put that on the page as a lead generation form. Now let's just get the full word pre-exposure prophylaxis. Okay. Got health promotion. And let's see, go to page 2 just to see what else is there. Now there is another way of doing this. You can also go into Google Keyword Planner. Okay, so there's another one. There's a sexual health education. That's definitely something people are going to look into, right? Considering the nature of HIV and AIDS is through sex. Okay, I think I'm happy enough for that. It's going to make for a pretty decent URL. Right, so let's go back to our page. We are going to edit the health education page. Now, we've already got some content in there, which was given to us by the client from their previous website. I'm going to go in and edit it. So, first thing I want to do is try and get a title, one where I can kind of fit it all in and make it sound right. So, we have HIV prevention. I'm just throwing these in and then I can rearrange them as I see. AIDS, health education, AIDS, sexual health education. HIV prevention and AIDS sexual health. Okay. So obviously you got to do a bit of work here. HIV and AIDS, sexual health education, and promotion. What are the words?
AIDS is all capital. I think it's an acronym. I know it is actually.
Yeah, it is. AIDS, sexual education, promotion. What we could do is prevention, and then put one of these things, sexual health education and promotion.
Great.
And you can see that we're still within our limit here, so that's good. So HIV and AIDS prevention, sexual health education and promotion, California. Seems pretty decent. Now we should be able to get a hit for all sorts of things in there.
Sure.
And help drive organic traffic towards their website. So let's now put it into our URL. HIV, AIDS, prevention, sexual health education.
Notice, guys who are watching, that Robert's putting dashes in between the words. That is the smoothest way for to keep your URL easily found. Notice too, everything's all lowercase. There's no capital letters in there.
Yeah, it's a URL friendly way for Google. If you put you can't put ands and other different types of characters in there because it doesn't work very well with Google's algorithms. Okay, so we're going to be using this tool over here called Squirrly. And what I want to do is just kind of optimize for, I can't optimize for the whole statement, right? Because it's a long tail keyword. It's designed to get found for all sorts of keywords. Like somebody might type in HIV health education. People might type in AIDS prevention. People might go in sexual health promotion, California, HIV prevention, California. So there's all sorts of phrases that this can get found for. So I can't optimize the page for the entire thing, but I can optimize it for a small phrase.
Hey, Robert, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
In regards to targeting, so right now we're using the word California. Would it be wise for us to include San Bernardino?
Well,
Because
they
that's
offer
concentrated.
they offer it in they've got they've got tons of offices, and they're all based in California. Some are in
All in San
Riverside.
Bernardino.
Some are in Riverside. Some are in San Bernardino.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Got it. You're right. Okay, thank you.
They're all over, so we can't focus on one particular area. We have to kind of encompass all of them.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, it definitely would be if you have a small business, you know. I mean, here's the thing. I come from a small place in Ireland, and there's a small town called Banbridge, and if I was to optimize my services just for Banbridge, it means I would only get hits by people in my local area, but that severely reduces the network or the market share that I have. Whereas if I go Northern Ireland, I'm now increasing my market share.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think about it in your own business.
Mm-hmm.
So moving forward, I'm just going to put in AIDS health and see what comes up. There's AIDS healthcare, foundation, jobs, prep, AIDS health education. Okay, so we've got HIV and AIDS health education. We could probably do that.
And so do you know where it's picking up these new words from, or these phrases?
Squirrly has its own algorithm,
Okay.
and we went to Google and do searches. So for example, let's say we click on this one, HIV and AIDS health education. Then you could do word research here by clicking on this wee button, and automatically it'll start analyzing online conversations. And then it will produce a set of words, some being, it'll tell you whether it's frequently used, or whether it's skyrocketing or whatever. You could add more keywords and it'll do some more research. But so anyway, I don't really use it too much for research. I just use it for optimizing the page.
Okay.
Now here's the problem. It says here HIV and AIDS health education, but this "and" is not something that we really, well, I guess we could fit it in here. We could fit it in here, but the point that I'm trying to make is that because we have an "and" sign rather than the word "and," when we do go to fill in this form here, where when we turn everything green to get the page fully optimized, we're not going to get it 100% optimized because it's going to say you have an "and" instead of a word "and." So, you know, even in the URL, we don't have the "and," and it's usually not a great idea to put "and" in a URL. They're called stop words. They're just a waste of space, really. So I'm gonna reduce it down. I'm just gonna go AIDS health education. I think that's close to this page is all about. So now that we're doing that, we have another problem, in that we have sexual health education and not AIDS health education. So let's see, AIDS health education. Just put it in there for the moment. AIDS sexual. Okay, so what we could do is go AIDS.
So you could probably lead it with AIDS prevent or HIV prevention, AIDS health education, right?
Yeah, but I really like the idea that the word sexual being in there, because that's ultimately what it is, a sexual education. So let's see if we put sexual in there, does it show up? Okay. Just really like what we already had. What did we already? What did I have? Control Z. Sexual AIDS health education. Oh, okay. Just couldn't. Okay. So I think I'm going to just run with that. AIDS health education, AIDS health education. And we should have AIDS health education in here. HIV prevention, sexual AIDS, health education.
And something else for those who are watching, this page that Robert's working on has been only saved in draft mode. It is not published to the world yet. Robert, question for you. If someone ever publishes a page, would you recommend them to not touch the URL once it's been published, where you're at right now?
It depends on how long it's been published for and what the traction is like online. For example, whenever you create a URL and then you go about getting lots of shares and backlinks and all that type of thing, your page gets a lot of authority. So if you change the URL, you have to be sure to put a 301 in. And a 301 is just a redirect, and it tells Google to redirect the bots or the page authority from the previous page to the new URL. And if you do that, you're pretty much okay. That's good. But there's a slight issue that I find with it that I don't like, and that's that we have as we're kind of really a social media type company / lead generation. We understand that for lead generation, the social proof is really important. So when you visit a web page and it's got like 500 Facebook likes and 200 Google pluses and whatnot, whenever you go about changing the URL, because you've changed the URL, those notifications or those likes that you got on Google Plus and Facebook, they no longer display on the new page. So generally I try to make the URL correct in the beginning, and if I have to change a URL later, preferably it's a URL that doesn't have a whole lot of social proof, because the social proof is not transferred to the new URL. that make sense?
That is brilliant. Thank you.
Sexual AIDS Health Education Promotion, California. Okay, so now this is the title of the page. The title of the page doesn't necessarily, I mean, this is it here, right? The title. And then the H1 I put underneath here, and you'll see it's exactly the same. Generally, the title is a H1. So if you like how the title looks and you want your title there above a picture, then you'll want to make this part a H2 and not a H1. You don't want two H1s. But I have a plugin where it takes away this title, because I like to have an image and then the title. So what my point is this is a title, and it will show if you want it to, but it doesn't have to be. Like I said, we put a plugin and we can hide the title. Now the other thing is that with the title, you'll see down here that with our like if you have Yoast SEO or just Genesis, you'll see that it has SEO settings and there's a document title. You can put a document title in there, which doesn't have to be the same as a title above. It could be different. And again, if you're using what's the other one that we use? It is for Squirrly, isn't it? For Squirrly?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's. I think it's actually Yoast. I don't have Yoast installed on this at the moment, but Yoast will allow you. There's a little setting that will allow you to again change the title for Twitter and change the title for Facebook. So there's lots of flexibility in this. But what we want to recognize at the moment is that for this theme SEO setting, this document title here, this is the one that will show up in a browser. Okay. So bear with me and I'll kind of show you what I mean. So, oops. So these are the keywords that we want to rank for. So those are the ones that we want showing in Google. Okay. So this is for Google. But I mean, you can put a new title in here now. You can put whatever you want in here. You know, check this out, read this, you know, a call to action, a benefit statement, whatever it may be. And when you do that, it'll show up on the page here if you want it to. So what I'm saying is that when you're creating your title, you're trying to create it to get found online, but this isn't always the most readable or engaging title to have on a page, right? Maybe you have learned the benefits of sexual health education. Maybe that's a better title. And you can put that one in there and it'll come up on the page. And it makes it more readable, more engaging. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so then you created, if we go back to your edit page, just so I can mirror what you're doing here, you kind of created your title up here first in the top piece. Yeah. And then you turned that into your URL.
Yeah.
And then you went down to your SEO settings and you put that title down here. And then once it's down here, we can change the one that's all the way up at the top. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, if you like. It depends on what way you're you're running your website, and how engaging it is that you want it to be. Like what I'm saying is that these titles may not be engaging, but now you could say, you know, let's say learn about HIV and AIDS here. Let's say you just have that, for example. And then you go to preview. Okay, so now you have learn about HIV and AIDS here. Now, that makes this bottom bit of text a bit more readable. Yeah, it's more enticing. What I'm saying is that a lot of people will think that you know, this title has to be SEO friendly. It has to have the keywords in it, and it doesn't. What's important is that you have the keywords in your document title that's facing Google, but you can have a different title for one that's facing your clients,
Oh, that's interesting.
one that's more readable. So up here you can see, if I hover over it, it should pop up there. So there's the title that Google sees, but learn about HIV and AIDS here is a title that people see.
And now I see that the picture disappeared too. Is that, or is that something different?
We haven't. It was something different. We haven't put up a picture yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's that for the moment. I'm gonna continue to keep that the way it was, because I generally just hide it anyway, and then I put a H1 in the body, and then that serves as my H1 anyway. So as you see, a couple more boxes here have turned green than were before. So we're looking to optimize for AIDS health education. And so we're being told that it's present in the URL. The title is Google friendly. Keywords are used in the title. Title is different from the domain name. And then there's these other things that it wants us to do. So what we do is we just go through and we fill these out. So it says use image in content or featured image. Okay, you see that there?
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do now is put in an image. Now you've gone ahead and you've created an image, one of these. This one here. So we're going to rename that file to make sure that both the file has the keywords and the alt tags for that file also have the keywords. So let's go ahead and rename it. And we want to rename it if your images have keywords in them, it helps you to rank also. Basically,
Are you working on a different screen right now?
no.
Oh.
Can you not see it?
No. I see this, but if you're typing somewhere, I don't see that.
Oh. I'll tell you, see, me, but
Is there might be two options to like when you hit share. There's one that says desktop, and there's one that says Google Hangouts. Make sure it's the desktop one.
so this is where
that's where you're getting the image from. Great.
so HIV prevention.
So notice what he's doing, you guys, is he's putting the keywords that are in this title into the file name so that when the file name is uploaded onto our website, it's going to have those same keywords in it. So it's a really cool strategy that a lot of people miss. They just let it be some random number, but that doesn't help anything. These are secrets, you guys.
I've built a couple of businesses, well, a few businesses now, and they've all been on the back of search engine optimization and digital marketing. And that's why our clients absolutely love us, because we generate leads by getting their websites found easily online. And this is an important element of generating leads, is doing this due diligence and taking the time and effort to get it right.
putting the effort in up front, like the back, building your foundation to be solid.
HIV prevention, sexual health education, promotion, California. Okay, that will do. Now the other thing that you'll want to do is you'll notice here's these original files. These are the same files. This is the image I was working on just a second ago. And you'll see that if I hover over it, the size of it is 372 kilobits. And when you're on a mobile phone, waiting for 372 kilobits to download onto the screen takes an awful long time. And most people, I think it's about 64% of people will drop off a website within about 3 seconds if the web page doesn't load. So what we do is we take those images and we reduce them down. So if I hover over this image again, which is this one, you should see now that it's now 77 rather than 370 or something.
Wow.
So that's important to do and to recognize. I use Fireworks, but I think there's a program called what's that called?
Tiny PNG.
Tiny PNG. You go to Tiny PNG, it'll allow you to drop in your image and it'll reduce it down for you. So anyway, I'm moving along. We want to add media. Upload file. And I'm just going to drop this file in here. So just going to give it a title, which again is just going to be the same words really. It's okay to have the stop words like and whatnot to help break phrase so it's not too spammy. Now, alt text is a bit of a different one. A lot of the Google bots give a certain percentage of ranking to your alt tags, so it pays attention if the keywords are in there. However, alt tags are also used for the blind. Let me double check this and make sure. That's the way I've always known it, but now that it's been recorded, I feel like I should definitely get it right.
Yeah.
The definitive guy. Yeah, the alt tag should describe what's on the image. Right, it's for the blind, so they don't know what the image is. So when they hover over it, they'll have like a text to speech recognition, and it'll communicate what the image is. So generally, you want to have a description of the image in the alt tag. However, this is kind of contrary to how Google sees it, because Google wants to see a keyword in there to rank it. So if I'm just putting a couple of kids talking, well, that's not going to help me rank it all. So there's kind of a bit of a give and take. It's a bit of it's unfortunate. I'd love to put in just whatever is best for the blind, but again, we need things to rank. So I'm going to put the keywords in there also. So I'm going to keep it short. I'm just going to go with the original statement that we're trying to rank for is AIDS health education. Kids talking about. So what I could do is just make it a statement, so it's not too spammy. The kids talking about education. There we go. And that's it. Insert into page. Okay, so if we update this, you should see some, there we go, see these boxes turn green? So we've used an image and we've put the keyword phrase in the alternate text box. Okay, next it wants us to use it in the headline. So now we're going to go ahead and create a headline, which is going to be a H1. Now generally, if you're using the title and you like we said before, you're happy enough with the title above your image, like this one, then this title that you're putting in next should be a H2, because this title appears a H1 already. But like I said, I've got a thing to a plugin to hide that, so it's not seen. So I'm going to make this title a H1. I'm not going to worry about duplicate H1 tags. And I'm actually going to use the entire phrase. Close that out. Okay, so now that that's done, it's asking me to bold the keyword phrase, AIDS health education. So I'm doing a quick read here, and it says FAP has provided San Bernardino County funded HIV prevention, education, and outreach services. So I'm going to split that up for HIV prevention and AIDS health education. And then this way, I can bold that. And I should be able to update, and this will turn green. Yeah.
So in regards to bolding, or if they have anything else, does it matter how many times you bold this phrase? Does that help Google? Like, oh, this phrase was bolded 15 times in this article and only 2 over here, the one where it's 15 gets ranked better. Like, is that something?
No, I don't think it has really any. I couldn't tell you for sure, but looking at there's been a few things that come out for how Google ranks, and bolding it multiple times I've never seen in there.
Okay.
Well, what you will get though is that they'll want the keyword phrase in the first paragraph, and they'll want the keyword phrase in the last paragraph.
Okay, so then this inspires a new question. If we put it in the last paragraph, if there's a picture below it, does that mess things up, or would you literally want it to be the last thing on the page?
No, I think there's some give and take here, and there's it's more of an art than a science.
Okay.
That may be something that you may want to test out, but I imagine that the result would be quite insignificant.
Speaking of testing, if you guys are wanting to learn more about landing pages and just pages and what to test out on pages, we have created a lead magnet inside of our website. Just go over there and look about testing and conversion rate optimization. You'll see that, and there's an awesome infographic that we just had created for you guys. It's free, and then we can keep you up to date when we do new trainings like this. So head on over to our website, which is in the body description below, and you can get to that, so you know exactly what to test and how to test it.
So I'm just going to throw it into the bottom paragraph. Okay, so I threw it onto the bottom, and Google here, we see that there's still a white box. It's Squirrly is saying you need one more keyword or remove 42 words. So we're looking to squeeze in AIDS, health, education somewhere. So, okay. Some desirability and more by preventing HIV transmission and sexually transmitted diseases. Questions about AIDS, education, and enjoy the friendly atmosphere and amazing food. So squeezed it in, and now it's saying to me that I need to write more words after the third keyword or use a synonym for AIDS or for health or for education. So if I click on it, yeah, I've clicked on the wee red link there, and it highlights what it is I need to change. It's right here. So AIDS, education, and it still wants me to add one more keyword. Okay, so that's as far as I'm gonna go. Like what happens there is that sometimes you can go around in a merry-go-round, and it's asking you to change an alternative word and then add them all in again, and so forth and so on. And look, this is pretty much as optimized as you're gonna get it. So let's take a quick look now at the bottom and make sure we're fully optimized. We need to also have our description facing Google. So again, I like to throw that in. I don't like to have it all identical because it's not really engaging when you read it.
Start.
So I like to upwards. Now this is where you could get a bit specific if you like. If you live in San Bernardino, location specific, or where else is it?
San Bernardino County.
Or where else are they again?
Riverside,
Riverside.
Empire.
Okay, so just put in our keyword there again, which is AIDS. Now, sometimes Squirrly wants to have its own description. I just copy that description and I throw it in there. Save changes. So that's pretty much it. This page is now fully optimized for long tail keywords, all sorts of keywords, and then specifically for AIDS, health, education. This should rank well for anyone looking for any type of information got to do with education and HIV and AIDS.
So would you recommend someone build their long tail keyword first and then pull the short amount of keywords to rank with? because it'll all be related. Is that what I'm picking up here?
Can you repeat that for me?
Because when we started, we did research to pick the title, which is a long tail keyword.
Yeah.
And then in Squirrly, we're only using a portion of that. So if someone's watching this video and they're working on ranking something for their business or opportunity,
Yeah.
would you say pick the several keywords first to make the long tail keyword, and then pick the strongest of them to do the main SEO, the Squirrly SEO off of?
Yeah. You know, when choosing Squirrly, I mean, it's your own kind of. It depends on what your business is and what words or phrases you pull together, and which one is the word that you really want to rank for. You know, ultimately there's something that you want to rank for on this page, but there's a periphery of keywords that get that page found. So yeah, use Squirrly for the main keywords you want to get found for.
It's an awesome tool. Thank you for sharing with us.
No worries. One thing that we didn't do is we didn't put in fact sheets and prep, but we'll go ahead and put that in ourselves here after the video.
Sounds
yeah.
Yeah. I think this is awesome. Is there anything else you want to add before I shut us down?
No. Again, if anyone needs any help with search engine optimization, Exodus digital marketing, look us up, give us a call if you need it. If not, do it yourself. Best of luck.
All right, so there you guys go. Robert Jones with the screen. I'd give you a round of applause with as many people as I could if I had more people than myself in this room. Otherwise, I'm Michael Leedy, and you know, go to our website, subscribe to our website, and so we can keep you up to date when content like this is going to be delivered. We have a lot more coming, so you can do things yourself. Unless you would like help, then you've got both of us. We're your team, okay? So have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. Oh, I hit the wrong button.